Second process, actually what I want you to do, the second thing is pay attention or befriend your mind chatter. So the second thing is befriend your mind chatter. I know that when things happen, many times the behavior of the people who hurt us or the people in the circumstances that hurt us, or sometimes we are even looking at our behavior and taking the blame sometimes for what happened, because this is easy. But do you know that your thoughts are powerful and you should know what you are thinking? It's actually the self-talk plus your personal story which is creating this. I like to say to people, your emotions or your friends, whatever you feel about this situation of life or this person, this pressure of life, you need to really embrace it. Rather than don't stop numbing it, stop pretending. Just be present to that emotion and to those thoughts leading to this matter. What is causing you? What is the pain that you are feeling? This is just tip of the iceberg. And now I want to illustrate to you so that you understand what I want you to see further. So this is what I refer to you as an iceberg. As the iceberg effect, when you look at something is happening, you are looking at the outcomes, the things that have the pain, you are feeling the disconnection, you are feeling devastated, you are feeling meaningless, and this is all feeling. But underneath this, what do you think the issues are? On the other hand, it is a behavior. Maybe a behavior of somebody towards you, or your own behavior that is causing you pain. What is the reality? And these are the things, are the upper part of the iceberg. I call them the things on the tip of the iceberg, and we could be paying attention to that which is causing us pain. But if you want to process your trauma, you need to look at the things underneath and the themes underneath it, emotions. What do you feel about the things that has happened to you? Then you go down to your thinking, like what are the thoughts that you are having in this experience? Because so long as you are a human being, you cannot think. You always think, but it is all not in your control. It's automated because you want to think positive. I don't want to think about this, but still I'm feeling it's driving me crazy. It's taking me. So I just want to actually shift my thoughts, and this is with you, but you are not able to. So your negative thinking is because you are wired for survival, for protecting yourself. So these negative emotions are at times protective also. So that is why a tendency to think negative. But the beauty about this tendency is we are also having the power to reframe it and pushing them aside and bringing something. So telling a different story. You all need to know your thought and your values. So now from the first exercise, you did get into the matter of the heart, that perhaps you are feeling what is the core value you got as a person which is hurting you. But you never get to actually understand what is at the bottom where we are working right now, which is your belief. So now your belief is a set of thinking that you have been taught over time. And it's interesting and it's automated, it's spontaneous. We don't just believe. It does not come to us necessarily from us. It is there. It might come from family, constant beliefs, your DNA, and this impacts you. It can also be a picked belief culturally. Perhaps somebody in the past you have seen and you were influenced, had spoken about you in your early life. Oh, that you are not worthy, you are not capable. And this is when something is happening in your life, now that it is reminding you. entirely it is reminding you of the words which were internalized, as if a trigger, and boom, all the past information is coming to you. So your mind chatter, your thoughts, your emotions, this simple exercise you can do and it will help you. The simple exercise that will help you now is this the mind? So now I have given you can read it also, that this is a self-insight technique and what it means. So I'm saying to you is you need to pay attention to situations, circumstances and the events that trigger you. Now you need to write down your dominant thoughts and emotions around them. You also need to check whether do you feel these emotions, body, and map them. Where do you feel? What do you notice? Where in your body you are feeling these emotions? What are the sensations because of this trauma, this pain? What is the intensity? What is is it causing fear? Where do you feel fear? If it is there, how do you feel fear? You may not be able to release the trauma because in processing your trauma, you need to process the emotion that is connected with it and with the connecting thoughts. So I want you to here say two things. First of all, every emotion is valid. If you have been in a habit of judging yourself or feeling bad or feeling inadequate because you have been tired and you feel helpless towards the situation, you have tried not to feel anxious more towards the situation, then don't feel disappointed. Your emotions are valid. Feel it. Second, what you can do is every emotion you feel is data. It is your brain trying to tell you something. But you lose the message from it if you will not befriend it. So here is what I am telling you from the start. Befriend your mind chatter. So softly you will get the insight of what is the message, activating the event and going into the trauma of the event and just getting the message and not the emotion. So what is in this activating event? That your dominant thinking about yourself in that event, or I must be bad, or why are they treating me in this manner, I'm not lovable, or something is bad in there for me. So I have a demo. There's something bad about me, but things are always come my way. What are you thinking? That you are not worthy? Or this is not, you just tell me, is it going to be there forever or it is everlasting? Or what is the consequence of this thinking? Are you feeling anger? Where do you feel anger? This is the body mapping. When you feel anger, you feel it in your head, for example, or you feel it like a headache. Or what are the emotions coming? Is it sadness? When you feel the sadness, where do you feel this sadness? Is it around your heart? Are you feeling anxious? How do you feel when you are anxious? Ask yourself. You have your hands. Is it shaky? Or are your palms sweating? The thing is that when you are able to recognize your emotion that you have and you are into it, you are a step processing the trauma, because trauma shows physiology, you will feel changes. You notice your emotions, then you will be able to feel them, and when you feel them you will see in your body how it is, and at times when you will see the dominant belief also underneath it, you will know that even if your belief about your inability, one of the things you need to know is that as people, our brain believes any story you tell. Any story need not be real. So please take time as a part of your morning ritual or at the end of the day, befriending your mind chatter, so that it is only embracing, giving your message and you getting present to the emotion, to understand the pain so that you can process it, then adequately, then release it. You need to gain the full power by getting the message. And we will go a step further and see how we are going more